Dozens of people were evacuated from their village in Poland after an unexploded missile from World War II was found.
Technicians from France's high-speed railway network continue to repair fire damage caused by arsonists hours before the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics. Targeting remote locations far from the capital, the apparently coordinated attack sought to cut off rail routes into the city from all directions. The fires were predominantly set in pipes containing critical signaling cables for the system known as the TGV. Railway operator SNCF said security across the network had been stepped up in response. The fires, reported before dawn on Friday, paralysed train travel into Paris for around 800,000 people across Europe, including athletes heading to the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. SNCF said in a statement that there'd been a gradual improvement to services, but there would still be disruptions on some lines. And the CEO of SNCF said an investigation is underway to find what he called the irresponsible people behind the attacks. Former US President Donald Trump has slammed Vice President Kamala Harris's remarks on the Israel-Hamas war as disrespectful. He was speaking at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, where he held talks with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. On Thursday, Netanyahu met Harris at the White House for talks largely focused on the status of Gaza ceasefire negotiations. Harris said it was time to end the war and said she was concerned about the dire humanitarian situation in Gaza. Asked if her remarks might have an impact on ongoing ceasefire talks, Netanyahu said, "I think time will tell." The Israeli military operation in Gaza was sparked by an incursion into Israel by Hamas on October the 7th, which saw around 1,200 people killed and 250 others kidnapped. The IDF operation in Gaza has been devastating, with at least 38,000 Palestinians killed and around 80% of the Strip's population displaced.
Dozens of people were evacuated from their village in Poland after an unexploded missile from World War II was found. The Katyusha missile was located in a field near the village of Klobovo, where heavy fighting took place in March of 1945. The explosive device is known for its large field of fire, and military officials set a safety zone of 1,500 meters. A local police officer said a section of the S3 Express Road, located near Klobovo, was closed off and around 80 residents were evacuated from the village. Holidaygoers who planned a beach holiday for their summer getaway may have been surprised when they saw long streaks of seaweed floating on the surface of the ocean. The algae has plagued the Adriatic Sea for weeks in Ancona in Italy, but is luckily not harmful to swimmers. After its disappearance for a few days, it has unfortunately returned, as the slimy substance is believed to thrive in hot temperatures. While some bathers found the seaweed unpleasant and headed straight for the shower after returning from the water, others seem less bothered by the sticky situation.
More than 30 people have been injured in southeast Serbia after a van carrying illegal migrants overturned on the highway near Bela Palanka. Local police said the accident happened on Friday morning when the van carrying around 50 people ran off the road. The injured were treated by emergency crews from nearby Niš and Pirot. An investigation is still ongoing, but some reports say that the driver was fleeing from police and lost control of the vehicle. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has visited a cemetery outside the capital Pyongyang to mark the 71st anniversary of the Korean War armistice. North Korea's version of history says that America started the Korean War and that the North won it. But most historians agree that North Korea started the war and that it ended with an armistice, not a peace treaty. The commemoration event took place on Friday, but North Korean state media often report the news the day after it happens.